Alright, this is my ShakoShockwave Lacerate build, and I'm gonna just run 9 maps real quick. I'm trying to build up some experience to get to 96. I normally don't get to any higher than 96 because I find it to be a waste of time. Do a quick splash on my gear. This bad boy is great because he has 11% chance to fortify. This bad boy is great because 33 level Shockwave and level 10 infused channeling, and since I'm pairing that with Cyclone, Life Tap, Volatility, and Rupture, that is going to give me that infused channeling, which is going to allow me to take, I think, like 6%, 8% less damage from hits while channeling, which is pretty great. But for the most part, it doesn't really matter what that stat is. It's just nice to know that it's going to give me a little bit of defenses, and that's probably my best stat that I could have for that. My shield is just dope across the board. It's giving me some strength, but most importantly, it's giving me endurance, frenzy, or power charge when you block. I'm also using it to get intelligence, which I don't need anymore, which is excellent. I needed that intelligence until I got my new cluster jewel, so now we can just roll something else on it. Don't need intelligence. Let's just get attack speed. Why not? And the reason I don't need intelligence is I went ahead and rolled this bad boy, which gives me 8 intelligence per node, 4 to all elemental resistances, and 4% damage, which then turns into 5, 5, and 10 because of the 35% increased effect. And this is where I'm getting the bulk of my damage from my Baron Astra. And I have 2 of those cluster jewels. All right, let's continue with the gear. Yeah, this is dope. It's giving me power charges, plus that 15% spell block, which is important. I'll explain why later. Double crit multi-ring with physical damage, life, and I splashed on fire and cold damage because I'm using Yoke of Suffering. That's going to make all my elemental damage shock, and then that's fire and cold is going to be able to apply a shock, and then I'm going to be able to get 3 ailments from there, which is 30% more damage, and I'm getting my poison from here, and my bleed is just going to happen. It's just going to happen. I'm going to make everything bleed. This is just a stat ring. Good stat ring, though. Now, this pair of gloves hit the market, and I bought this bad boy up so fast. I need that crit chance, that crit multi, and I need that frenzy charge. Everything else is golden and disco and just luck. Lightning resistance was the worst resistance they could have given me because you also have lightning resistance on your dark gray vectors. So it's not perfect, and I can't change that lightning res because it's corrupted. It would be nice if I could, but I cannot. So my lightning resistance is a bit too high, but that doesn't matter. It's still plenty good enough. I cannot complain about those numbers. And that accuracy is pretty dope because in order to get that 11% chance to fortify, you have to drop the accuracy from the sword, and I'm picking it up here, which is pretty excellent. Now, that's all that's really important. I'm getting a bunch of frenzy and endurance charges to give me life regeneration and duration. I took forever, but I finally hit the maximum fizz roll. It's not a perfect one because, it's still 37% less minimum instead of 30, but it's good enough. It also has the worst life roll you can get. I should corrupt it eventually, but I'll wait for that corruption until I build my next build. But for now, I'm enjoying this build so much that I don't want to build another build. I just want to play this bad boy because it's excellent. This is the other cluster jewel. It's giving me increased damage, chaos resistance, and all elemental resistances. My defenses are pretty strong, probably like 800,000. If I wanted to replace Herald of Purity for Flesh and Stone, which is going to give me 20% reduced damage for up-close enemies, I totally could. And if I was doing more than T16 mappings, I probably would. But I'm just going to run a bunch of T16s, and we're going to see how much level I get. I'm starting at level 35, so let's just blast through a few maps and see how it goes. See how many levels I get. And the only real downside of this build is you start with really slow movement speed at the beginning. All I want to do is charge this up. Just let me do it. No, 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 no. Damn it. It's annoying. They don't attack you until you start to charge it, I swear. And it's not like they can kill me, but they're gonna interrupt my charging. I am missing the double curse though. Used to be able to apply vulnerability and assassin mark, but I went ahead and dropped the vulnerability because assassin mark is really nice on bosses, which is where I really need my damage. I don't really need my damage on these regular enemies. It's only on bosses, and since assassin mark just adds so much damage to bosses, I figured that's the best one, and I don't need to worry about getting a vulnerability ring. I already have a vulnerability ring, but you know, I could sell it if I want to. Probably get like 30 divine for it. Or just hold on to it for when I'm not using this body armor. 'Cause my other body armor is pretty dope too. Oh yeah, I'm not doing this mechanic. I don't have big bombs. There's no point in doing this without big bombs. I think I'm gonna leave out the blights too. Because I don't have anything turned off. I don't have anything pumped up into blights. At least I don't think I do. I'll look at my atlas after this map real fast, just so we can see what I'm working with. This is my Maven atlas tree, which I like a lot. It doesn't give you any scarabs, but it does give you a lot of content. So let's just take a look at what I'm rocking with real quick. Alright, we got Delirium, we got Harvest. Yeah, I'm not grabbing anything for Blight. I have no... So any Blight I grab is just coincidence. Oh no, I got Blight right here. Well, that's just increase the chance. I'm gonna drop that out real quick here. Because I don't want any Blight. And that's the only Blight I have. Right? Yeah, that's the only Blight I have. So we can apply that, and let's just get more rarity. Won't be for until the next map. Just like that. And for these, I'm just looking for bosses. A big old fat chunk. But I gotta run one to get my charges up. I don't want to be walking all slow. Let them get a few hits on. There, now I'm nice and turbo. It's actually a little too fast when I got the flask and full frenzy charges up. If I'm not cycloning. Just a little too fast. When things get a little too fast in this game, I get a little bit of Martian sickness. All the motion and the notion of the motion. I just love Shockwave, man. It is so good. Especially with Cyclone. You just spin, your Shockwaves trigger, and you can get like 4 burst damage Shockwaves all at once. So if you look at it from a burst damage perspective, character, let's just take a look at this. Oh, I got 6 stacks as well, so it's actually 6 burst damage Shockwaves. So you can watch all 6 just trigger on this boss here. You can see how they all just trigger super rapidly. It's just so much upfront damage, and that's really important for a lot of the combinations that I have inside of the Shockwave, which is just making it really, really awesome. So if we take a look at what I'm rolling, this Rupture support has a 29% more damage from bleeding per Rupture on them. So imagine you jump on a boss and you hit him with 6 Shockwaves. The odds of you hitting 3 Ruptures are pretty high. So if you get those 3 Ruptures going, that is a huge stack of bleed that is instantly applied. And then after you hit that huge stack, and that six poppers real fast, you then start to lacerate, and then you can get that more damage with bleeding, and then you switch back to Cyclone to clear out riff-raff and area. So when you're fighting, it's like Cyclone, you hit your 6 charge burst with the Shockwave, then you switch to lacerate, and then when your 6 charges are up, which is usually about 2 seconds, you then hit that, and then you get another burst of Shockwaves. If they're still alive, but they're likely going to be dead. Alright, let's try to pick up the pace here. I got 2% experience on that. Yeah, the worst part is the very start. You gotta get them frenzy charges. You can get them by killing, or you can get them by getting hit. I was hoping it would suck up more. I was trying to corral them, but I just ended up killing them. Got a bunch of Beyond, and I really like Vol Cyclone for the Beyond, but I think I need to reduce the duration of this bad boy. So that's me killing him with just Shockwave. Okay, well they didn't drop that many bosses. And Lacerate is just so much faster. The Lacerate is dog water at mapping. I would never use that skill as a mapper. I rarely pop my tincture, but when I do, it does amp up some damage. I, for some reason, don't have my shield on. Oh yeah, spell block was something I need to talk about, and I didn't. I'll talk about it here in a minute. I don't like versatile combat. I've tried it. I don't like it. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, reducing my maximum chance to block by 10, even if I have lucky block. You're basically invulnerable when you got your lucky block up, but you don't have that up hardly ever. If we're being honest with this build, because I have a slight chance to dodge and I'm cycloning, I'm not getting hit nearly enough for that lucky block to really even be a consideration, aside from when I do something like Vol Cyclone. Right, with Vol Cyclone, everyone's gonna come right at me and start hitting me to where I gotta block it. This boy's done. This boy's cooked. I could have left a while ago. I really need to work on my speed and memorizing maps. But that's not that fun. Speed's pretty fun, but map memorization, I mean, that's not that fun. Ooh, we gotta pump them up with juice. Hell yeah, give me them frenzy charges. Let me go turbo. And you see 20 fortify up. I have 20 fortify up a lot. Not all the time, because I only have an 11% chance to gain fortify stacks. And since I'm a dot build, my base damage is not that high because I'm focusing on dot damage. But I still have some dot damage. I mean, some base damage. I set up my dots so it still does pretty good base damage, simply so I could splash in fortify like that. Which means I didn't use anything like Awaken Unbound Ailments, which reduces the damage of your hits but increases your damage over time. That would mean I wouldn't fortify for jack. If we look at my Shockwave is what's causing the fortifies. It does 17,000 damage per hit. I'm gonna leave that open for a bit so you can watch the, because I can't use the MTX, you can't really see the Shockwave going. You can see how quickly that level 33 Shockwave charges up. And it's just a big old burst of damage. It's so good. I love it. I love it a lot. It is excellent. I hate this fucking map. Resident. I need to ban this shit. So I'm gonna time it from 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 4 seconds. I counted a little fast. Probably 4 seconds to charge all that up. Maybe 5 seconds to get to 6. I mean, it doesn't matter with this low level damage that we have to output to clear the T16s. Give me that gold. Oh, we got a lacerate victim. So only downside with delirium is it's just always shit to freeze you on the ground. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. You gotta make sure that delirium turned off. Alright, we're gonna talk about spell block real quick. Spell block's great. I don't use versatile combat because I feel the -10 is too much. To get max attack, all you really have to do is grab this one node here, and you're basically at maximum chance to block attack damage. Then all you do is you take this node at the bottom, 1% chance to block spell damage per 5% chance to block attack damage. Then you just grab 2 of these nodes here, which are spell block nodes, which you can get a lot of really important stuff like intelligence and resistance on these nodes, and chaos resistance, life regeneration, energy shield. I can do much better than that, but these I just slap together really quick like. And then you're going to want this one, which is going to give you ailment reduction for freeze and shock. 25% on both, and since I'm not doing anything else for ailment reduction, I just have that and my Pantheon. What button is that? Y? I'm rocking this one to reduce the duration of ignite, so I've a little bit of protection from ignite, a little bit of protection from freeze, a little bit of protection from shock, just so they're not hitting super big. But none of that's really that big of a deal because you're usually blocking everything. So that's how I get my block, and if you put 15% spell block on your shield, you should be at 78, 75. And I don't feel 2 cluster jewels, 1 mastery, and making sure your shield has 15 block is enough of a sacrifice for 10 maximum chance to block attacks. I feel that 7 points and 1 piece of mandatory shield thing is totally worth an extra 10 to maximum attack block. So just imagine how much would you play point wise to get 10 maximum block chance. There's only 5 you can get total in the game. You can get 3 here, and then you get another 2 from this mastery, and you know, you're losing a whole whopping 10 here. Now if you're super tanky, more tanky than me, I'm very low on life because of some of my mandatory gear pieces, like this one. Doesn't have hardly any life on it. This one doesn't got jack for life on it. So I'm pretty limited on and this one, right? So I'm pretty limited on how much life I can have. But if your build is ultra tanky, you got like 6,000 life and you're at 8 or 9 endurance charges, yeah, you can switch to versatile combat because you're able to take more hits without it being detrimental. But even so, if you're pumping up something like red maps with, T17 maps with red buff, even then you're gonna get some hits that are just so big they kill you, and you won't be on lucky block, and then you're gonna have a 65 to 70% chance of blocking versus the 75 to 80% chance of blocking. And I just feel that it's better to, my damage is totally fine for all content. I can do, if I was a better player, well, I haven't tried it. I could probably do it. If I can't do it while leveling up, I can do all the Ubers with it. Yeah, I can do all the Ubers. I can do the feared. I can do all content with this, damage-wise, and it's just fine. And that's because I splashed on Lacerate. And with Lacerate, you just wreck people. Oh, actually, I do need to alter my lacerate setup. I'll do that next map. I didn't put life tap on lacerate. I still have awaken melee fizz. Yeah, maybe I'll keep awaken melee fizz. I just don't have a lot of mana. I was splashing on a different ring. I found a really good puzzle ring. Or whatever that ring is. That gives you rarity. Yeah, it's one of the cool things about Beyond. A lot of the Beyond monsters will kind of spawn behind you. So you can kind of build up a little stack of enemies that are following you, and then you can hit Vol Cyclone and suck them right up. And I normally use Frostblink, but I didn't want to re-spec, so I have Dash on still. But Frostblink is much better than Dash. But I don't use it that often anyways, because I'm so, I'm pretty quick. I mean, a lot of people get much faster, but this is plenty fast enough for me. And I'm just doing, ooh. Oh yeah, I need that life tap. I don't have any mana drain. Covetous Shrine, alright. I can do Simulacrum 30s. I have a long video before this where I started at 41% experience and then ended in 35% experience. I'm not sure I'll post that video because it's like 2 hours long and I ended up losing experience instead of gaining it. But it might be entertaining for some people, so I'll post it later. But it's much longer than this one's gonna be. But I forgot what I was saying. It don't matter. It don't matter. I got too focused playing the game. Oh yeah. So I was kind of messing with that, and then I did a level Simulacrum. I was gonna say level 35 Simulacrum, but I don't know why I was gonna say that. I think it's level 15 Simulacrum, so there's only 15 phases now. But I did one of those bad boys, and it was super good, and I gained a bunch of experience. But then I died at the very end. Summoned a Kostalak who did his little jump attack, and for whatever reason, I wasn't blocking it ever, so I died like 3 times, and it completely invalidated all of my time I spent there. Yeah, I need one of those. I'm gonna use that in my next build. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I need to modify a few things. We need a life tap. We need double life taps. Life tap right here, and then we need a life tap instead of awaken melee. I'm gonna put awaken melee there, so it levels up. So I found this ring, and it's pretty dope, and I was using it for a little while. And it gave me that increased mana reservation efficiency, and that allowed me to not use life tap on my lacerate, and use awaken melee fizz, which is 20 to 30 or 40% more damage than life tap. But life tap's good enough. I already have my maps in here. There we go. Get my frenzy charges so I can actually move. Now, obviously, I stole the Slayer's +1 to frenzy charges, and frenzy charges also count towards endurance charges because that's the best node in the game, especially with the buff to endurance charges. But even before the buff to endurance charges, that's always been the best node of the game. It's just a little bit of a hassle to use charges sometimes, but in terms of raw power, that one does it. Gives you a ton of power and a ton of defenses. Obviously, it's not quite as good as a Trickster replica Badge of the Brotherhood setup, because that is the ultimate frenzy to endurance charge setup. You can get like 13 relatively easy. 13 frenzy charges, 13 endurance charges is just your set. You got your high base damage from the frenzy charges, and you got your high base defenses from the endurance charges. Not much else is needed beyond a good way to generate them. My wife and I alternate shows. So she watched all of the One Piece live action with me. So as punishment, I have to watch a TV show called The New Girl. And holy shit, it's not that bad of a show. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. But the people in there are so fucking dumb. I've never met anyone remotely close to that in real life. Like, if I'm being honest, I've met people closer to Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia than I have the girl from Zooey Deschanel's character from The New Girl. It's just so outlandish that it pulls me right out of the show when they all fucking act stupid as shit all the time. Which is stupid because I'm a huge fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they act stupid all the time as well, but I've actually met people that are closer, I am closer to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia than I am to the New Girl people. I just have a very difficult time relating. But I bring that up because what I do, I have a 15-year-old laptop that just will not break. I researched it when I bought it, and it was a really nice laptop at the time. A perfect middle-of-the-road laptop, and it obviously can't play Path of Exile, but it can do the Steam Stream thing, where you leave your desktop computer on, and then you just stream your desktop play to your laptop. So while watching The New Girl as punishment for letting my wife watch one of the best, actually no, not one of the best live action anime adaptation, the best anime live action adaptation, the One Piece show, you know, by torturing her to allow her to watch something as amazing as that, I now have to watch The New Girl. I was just trying to say One Piece live action is dope, and The New Girl is not. But it could be worse. My wife watches some much worse shows than The New Girl. There's a show, King of Queens. Oh god. Or Mike and Molly. Ugh. So bad. What's some other terrible TV that she watches? Oh, Big Bang Theory, obviously, and Young Sheldon. I don't think Big Bang is quite as bad as something like Mike and Molly, but it's still pretty rough. But she likes some good shows. Like How I Met Your Mother is pretty funny, only because of Barney Stinson. You could tell I'm a boomer because I watch TV. All you young Gen Z kids probably don't watch TV because who the fuck watches TV anymore? One of her shows was Brooklyn. Charge it up. Let them hit you. It was Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I ended up loving that show. That show is fucking hilarious. Yeah, that show is just good across the board. So not all of her shows are bad. And she also introduced me to The Good Place, which starts out amazing. I can't really talk about it because if this show is spoiled for you, then there's no point in watching it. So definitely don't Google anything about it. But that show is pretty solid too. So it's always good to allow other people to recommend things, and then you follow those recommendations, even though you don't think you're gonna like it, because you'll be surprised every now and then. And surprises from an avenue you would have never otherwise seen are interesting. Because I'm a male, I'm not really on Instagram, right? Men don't really have a reason to be on Instagram except for to get women. There's no real other point there. But my wife is on Instagram pretty heavily, and every now and then she shows me things on Instagram that are very different from what I would have seen, and it gives me insight into how the other half of the world is living. Wait, did I kill the boss? I think I killed the boss. When I run too fast, I always miss the simulacrum. Yeah, I think I killed the boss. I guess the boss, what is this? Ashen Woods. Oh yeah, the boss is in the middle. I probably slaughtered him and didn't even notice. He's usually like right here by these tents, I think. Yeah, I must have got him. I have no clue how to determine whether I got him or not. Oh, wait, I gotta... For some reason these aren't upgraded. Really? You're gonna... I'm just gonna Chaos Orb him. I was supposed to be running these maps fast, and then I forgot that I was trying to run them fast. Because my objective here is to level up without just buying a bunch of Poor Joy. Not Poor Joys. I guess Poor Joys are pretty good. I think I have some of those. Coward's Trial. That's probably the best way to level up now that 5 waves are neutered. Or maybe if you can survive a simulacrum. But I died 3 times on that level 30 boss when he does the ground jump. Yeah, that Progenesis does a lot to keep me alive while mapping too. It's essentially like, what is it, 25% reduced damage taken? Because I have so much life regeneration from the body armor that I don't need to worry about the life regen problem anymore, which used to be this build's biggest problem. And it's no longer this build's biggest problem. But with that life regeneration, that flask, oh, boss time. A flask is essentially take 25% less damage without a downside and gain chaos resistance, which I need. Oh, I thought that was the boss. I was like, no way I killed the boss that quickly. He has to do his stupid charge thing. So you charge up the shockwave, and then you apply the shockwave. And if you get into like danger while you're using your lacerate, you can just cyclone on out. And if you got those 6 shockwaves stored up, it's pretty great. Pretty great. Oh. And the cool thing about this is Cyclone is the best mapping skill in the game, and paired with Shockwave. And then Lacerate is so good with single target. It's just a really good build. I really love this build. I need to work on my second one, but I'm having too much fun playing this one. It almost feels like old school Cyclone again. Obviously the Cyclone AoE is shit, but with the added Shockwave and the fact that Gladiator's getting 20% more AoE from the Ascendancy point that gives you increased area of effect when you use a mace. Weapon Master, I think it's called. I was sitting there trying to think of it. Yeah, Weapon Mastery. I got all of those benefits. One of the biggest benefits I'm not even using is the light Mana Leech, because 20% of that is instant. So that Mana Leech is insane. See, when I'm so fast, I have a difficult time picking up loot, too. I think this is the perfect speed. Any faster, and I'd start to get motion sickness for sure. I kill the bosses? Yes, I did. Started at 35, now I'm at 49. So it looks like it'll take another, if I go at a faster pace, another hour to level up. I mean, probably 2. I get a little distracted with the TV show on. So I'm gonna go fully level up after this. Oh, I can't dash while cycloning. Oh, yeah, I definitely gotta recolor my boots. To put, Frostblink on there again. And drop that clarity. I don't need that clarity anymore. Give me a hand. Man, even though the loot for Breach is not that good, man, doing Breach is fun. I'm pretty much always gonna want Breach just because it's so much more fun than all the other League content. They should be able to do T17s perfectly, which is what I'm gonna do just before I build my next build. So I'm gonna do all my T17s in my inventory. Yeah, that's a damage over time jerk. He'll kill me a lot more if I'm not using this body armor. This body armor gives me a ton of life regeneration. It's the only reason I just survived. Let me shoot a couple of these guys. Don't really know why. I don't remember what Sentinel does. They added it back in, but I didn't add it back into my brain as to what it do. Clear out the people that's gonna try to attack me. There, now we should be clear to pump it up. Of course not. I didn't quite explore enough of this map. I'd feel bad leaving, and I still got Delirium going, so I'm just gonna pump it up a little bit more. My objective is experience, and there's more experience to have in the map. Maybe another boss. I usually do run those, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Too much waiting. Oh, we got a Beyond boss. My previous boots, which were giving me % of physical damage as cold damage, was a lot nicer for applying chill. I could spec into a mace node and have all mace damage apply chill. That'd be a good way to get some chill. Let's just get rid of this dash. We don't need this clarity. And get our Frostblink back because we can use that while cycloning. Oh, we got this guy. That should be fine. Gotta get my endurance charges, which means I gotta let them hit me. There we go, now I'm charged up. Ramp time I would put as like one of the few negatives of this build. It's got quite a bit of a ramp time. You could fix that by using the potion that gives you a bunch of charges. Orb of conflicts, man. All day. And so many orb of conflicts. I really should just sell them as soon as I get them. Usually I end up using them, but right now I'm basically using a full unique build. Oh shit. I only gotta replace 2 items, and this is a full unique build. Oh, never mind, 3. I'd have to find a different pair of gloves, and it'd be like one of the strongest all unique builds ever. Oh, and the shield. I'm just dumb. I have a lot of things that are not unique. Really should have started selling these. 80,000 gold. I'm gonna head to the mine. I like to fill up for leveling up. I like to fill it. Ooh, man, I got all kinds of juice coming my way. I like to alternate between the mine and the mapping. The mine's pretty good for experience. Yeah, so the plan is once I level up, I'm gonna figure out a really good scarab strategy for a T17. I haven't really done any really thought out scarabs aside from the 8 mod mapping. Those ones are really cool. To build a bunch of T17s, have increased chance to drop maps, and then there's one where you can increase the amount of mods on the yellows, and then it causes an increase of mods on the maps. And so all of the T16s that drop are just brutally fantastic. 45 pack size and all kinds of jazz in them. These guys haven't hit me once. There. Oh no, they have endurance charge still. I was like, these jacknuts haven't given me jack for charges, but they're stealing them. Suck up all these beavers and show them what I got. I love all cyclone for these. So good. You just get to the light zone, which you already kind of have to wait on, or at least you should wait on. And suck them all up. Though it does pain me to have such a strict loot filter on. There's like loot all over the ground that I don't get to see or even acknowledge it happened. But I can't help myself. I mean, I found a mirror from one of my mappers, and I really shouldn't be picking up low-end currency anymore. Like, I shouldn't just waste my time picking up any of this stuff. I really want to, but I shouldn't. You just suck up so many enemies, so much free experience points. It's just so good. Oh, these are soul eaters. Hell yeah, let's hit them with some lacerate. Well, why ain't this guy dying? There's no way. He's got to be like immune to physical. There's no way he has this much defenses. I'm like dot capped. Actually, I don't know if I'm dot capped. I was dot capped on a previous version of this build. I don't know if I'm still dot capped since I got rid of my double curse, and you know, I'm probably not dot capped anymore. I'm all sad about that now, but it's close. Yeah, not having the vulnerability curse being applied is pretty rough. I don't think I've had any deaths yet. So I think I did this whole run deathless, which was the entire objective. The video I just recorded before this, I did pretty well going deathless, but then my dumbass decided to try a simulacrum. And I couldn't handle a simulacrum without dying on the final boss. Well, this is going great. I'm defensive enough. I got plenty of damage. Yeah, this would be a build that'd be pretty fun to level up to 100 on. I ain't gonna do it. But if I were to do it on a build, it would be this one. Oh, we got another Soul Eater. Another completely immune to my damage. I mean, what the hell does Soul Eater do? Just, you can't hit me? It's gotta have physical immunity. No, I even have poisons. I don't know what the hell's going on. Wait, did I finish that? Or did I not go to the other side? I can't remember. Oh, I went to the other side. Yeah, that's wild. Being able to just take 35 million damage over time like it's no big deal. Or maybe at a high block chance, but even then, I would have hit him with a bleed. That's so smooth. Just blasting through. High speed. For me, high speed. Obviously, you got like reverse curse people that do that crazy movement speed shit. I'm talking about just high speed for a normal build. Normally I wouldn't double suck. But one, it's awesome to double suck like that. And two, you get a lot of experience. There's a ton of dudes there. You get a ton of maps in the delve too. Not that I'm anywhere near short of maps, but it is kind of nice. If I wasn't being, you know, flooded with maps so frequently, and I had more gold, and I rolled more good mappers, I could actually put those maps in my map device runners. But I ain't got none of that shit. They ain't rolling me any good mappers. And I ain't got enough gold. Let's get to that boss. Yeah, I ain't going to you. You guys are coming to me. I didn't even click that. Tried. was a lot of whiffs. Do I need flares? No, I don't need no flares. I don't need no flares. I don't go off the beaten path. I ain't looking for fossils. I'm looking for experience. No, Ball Cyclone, stop, please. Please stop. Sorry for pushing you. Oh yeah. I have a tincture I can use. Whoops. Did the wrong loop around. Good thing I'm fast. Look, Ma, I'm fast as fuck. And I sure can suck. I'm not gonna wait long enough to vol. I'm gonna vol up here. Suck up all that experience. Hell yeah. Let's get locked in. Okay, well let's get locked in a different way, alright? Let's not get locked in and then die to the most random ass attack. I don't know, it's just bad luck. I wanted to block that so I can get some endurance charges, but nah, that bra had a different plan. $51. I started at 35. At least I'm still positive at the end of the video. Shit, I'm not at the end of the video. Oh, we got a Soul Eater. I'm gonna whip out the Lacerate. I can't even touch that guy. Just hope we can blow enough people up on him. What the hell even is Soul Eater? Doesn't make any sense. Wait, is Soul Eater, are they eating the minions around them? And if I get something like minions are destroyed on hit, would that stop Soul Eater? Yeah, because this is now invulnerable. Almost to the boss. Oh, that'd be interesting if that's how you stop Soul Eater, is by having your hits destroy enemies. That's on the Axe Mastery, I think. Can't believe I died back there, guys. I'm still kind of traumatized by it. That like 10 minutes of my life. I mean, I guess it's not really 10 minutes of my life because, you know, I enjoy playing the game, so I'm not really having fun leveling up. But still, you know what I'm talking about. Losing experience on death and then dying from a guy who you let hit you intentionally. It's kind of a dick slap to the chin. Kill that Soul Eater before he eats too many souls. Or he gets too far into the anime and then it just doesn't get as good anymore. Whatever kind of Soul Eater you're into. There's like one person who got what I just said there. Alright, it's boss time! And I think that's enough of this video. Oh no, I got one more and then boss time. Alright, let's lock in and fucking blast through this shit. Get fucked, nerds. I got locked the fuck in. I'm gonna shockwave you, and then I'm gonna lacerate you, and then I'm gonna shockwave you, and then I'm gonna lacerate you. And we're just gonna play this game for a while, and that's how this is gonna happen. Welcome back. Allow me to lacerate. And let's end this video like I end all my videos recently by going to town, gambling on some workers. The market's hard out there. All these motherfucking work from home people. No, I need you here. I need you digging. I need you sailing. I need you fucking mining. There we go. We got a tenner. We got a tenner. It's not too expensive. We got a nice little boat job. Need some better workers, man. Need some better fucking workers. Can't do shit. I mean, I only got 2 divines on that one. Come on. You guys can't do shit. I didn't even get a fucking spell suppressed tattoo. You guys can't do shit. I look at all the yellow items that come back from them. Sometimes they are hot. Like this is where I got most of the stuff for this, and then I did some recomp action. It's not perfect. I missed on the armor. The final recom hit gave me a dog shit armor roll, which was disappointing to say the least. I still have gold. I haven't gave that guy gold in a hot minute. Alright. Why do I have that? Where the hell did that come from? Oh, that's a memory. Oh, I have a bunch of fucking memories. Holy shit, I should do that for experience. I forgot all about memories. I think I have a whole nother block of memories over here somewhere. Damn. Alright, I'll have to do that later. Alright, let's take a look. Last time I was over here. Oh man, oh wait. Oh damn, Soul Taker. We got a Soul Taker. Is it good rolled? Oh, that's not a bad roll. That's not a bad roll at all. Perfect cold res, perfect attack speed. 3% away from Perfect Fizz. Let's see what kind of jackpot we got here. 2 divine. No, let's be more accurate. Let's be more accurate. 2 divine. Shit. You're just lying to me. Okay, it's still about the same price. Either way, that's a 2 divine win. A 2 divine win. Which is basically nothing in comparison to, you know, finding a mirror. What's up, lady? You're suggesting, what are you suggesting? All right, video's over.